You're using the stuff you're learning on Easton University. You're getting better. Okay, but I want to give you guys an example, a short example for the first few minutes on this coaching session of just how easy sales can be and just how difficult we make it. Okay, just like going and buying any blue chip stock at its IPO, when you make a little investment in the beginning, you can make a lot in the end. When we can slow our process down in the beginning, we can make millions of dollars in our sales career a lot faster. Unfortunately, most people have this totally screwed up. They zip, boom, 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 through the beginning and talk about their features, their benefits, their solutions, their services, themselves, their price, right? They fail to have a skillful conversation in the beginning. They fail to follow that up with a skillful email or a skillful document. And then they wonder why their deals don't close. So let me take a quick second, walk you through a call that I took from our sales department, an inbound lead. They were flooded with inbound leads at eastonuniversity.com today. And I took a call, and let me walk you through how easy it was to close a monster deal. Okay? First things, when you are talking to people, and this is straight in your eastonuniversity.com portal, you should be asking them questions like, what can I get you information on? I think we need sales coaching for our team. We're kind of struggling. Got it. What research have you done on us? What can I get you information on? Should be one of the first questions you ask. One of the second questions you should ask is, what research have you done on us? In this particular case, the person said, not a lot. I'm embarrassed, but I've been following you on TikTok for 9 months. Other than that, I don't know anything about your company. Okay? Then you can say, what's your biggest reason for blank? In my case, what's your biggest reason for needing sales coaching? Right? Then they're going to tell you. Imagine that. When you can open up with, what can I get you information on? What research have you done on us? What's your biggest reason for needing blank? And by the way, most people never ask that question because we're afraid that the answer is going to be, I don't know. I guess I took an Ambien last night and I don't need what you have to sell. Right? What's your biggest reason for needing blank? Or if you're in real estate, what's your biggest reason for moving? Right? But in most of our cases, what's your biggest reason for needing payment collection? What's your biggest reason for needing software? What's your biggest reason for needing a new landscaping company? Whatever it is, ask them. Because you want to hear the answers. You want to be able to write it down. Right? Here's another one that you don't have courage to ask, at least most of you. About everybody else that's not on eastonuniversity.com is not asking this. What's the next financial milestone that you're trying to achieve? Right? And if you're selling something like real estate, talk to me about the next big milestone that you're trying to get to in your life. Ask these big questions because they will give you big answers. What's the next in this case, what's the next financial milestone that you guys are trying to achieve? We'd like to get back to where we were. I see a fastball right down the middle. I'm going to swing at it. Get back to where you were? Yeah, our organization's been down the last couple years. When you say it's been down the last couple years, can you give me a specific example? Well, we're on pace to do $5 million this year, and previously, 3 years ago, we did $12 million. Gold when you can uncover stuff like that. By the way, at this point in the conversation, how much did I talk about Easton University? 0. How much did I talk about our programs? 0. How much did I talk about our pricing? Never. It has all been about the customer to this point, right? At that point, I gave them a brief description of Easton University. It's a monthly membership. You can start at any time. You can stop at any time. You can bring the group on. You're going to have access to the Easton University Learning Portal. That's an interactive on-demand video coaching platform from me. Everything the team's going to need to know to go from that $5 million mark to the $12 million mark is in there. Closing, prospecting, negotiating, follow-up. If you guys have a trade show, hey, we've got one of those coming up next month. Awesome. Make sure they go through that course on there. But then where the real magic happens is twice a week, you and the team are going to be able to do live coaching with me. Does it make sense for us to get you access so you guys can get on that pace from 5 million to 12 million? No. What's a good next step? I need to review this with our COO. Makes perfect sense. How about I write a summary of our conversation? Give me 14 minutes. I'll summarize our conversation. I'll have that in an email out to you. Yeah, that sounds great. And you know what? What's your mobile number so I can send you a text after I send the email just to make sure it hit your inbox? Notice what I'm getting there. 2, benefits. 1, their mobile number. 2, I'm going to be able to check to see if my email went through. I'm telling you, you guys, sales is a lot easier when you follow a damn process. Most of you, at least 20 times a year, are sending out emails. 2 weeks goes by, 3 weeks goes by, a month goes by. They've ghosted you. You're like, we had a great relationship. What the hell, man? I hate my job. I hate my prospects. You finally get in touch with them. They're like, dude, you ghosted me. I never got an email from you. Did you check your spam? Oh, there it is. My bad. You guys need to be more skillful. But when you ask these questions, then you can send emails like this. By the way, it took me how long to write this email? About 9 minutes, okay? Because I'm working off a template and I'm going off the notes that I took in that call. Here's the actual email. Title of the email is not Easton University. Title of the email is not sales coaching. Title of the email has nothing to do with what I sell. The titles of your emails should have nothing to do with what you sell, and they should have everything to do with the outcome that you provide. My title sounded like this: Lifting Interaction Associates from 5 million back to 12 million in annual revenue. How the hell did I know that? Because I asked. What's the next financial milestone you want to achieve? Here's my email. Eve, thank you for a great call. As promised, right? I am skillful. I am effective. I do what I said when I was going to say it. As promised, the purpose of this email is to summarize my understanding of the current situation, capabilities needed, and next steps in helping Interaction Associates increase program sales by $7 million per year, getting IA back to your previous peak revenue of $12 million. What did I say about my company in there? Not a zilch, zero. People don't buy companies. They don't buy products. They don't buy solutions, kind of solutions, but what they really buy is outcomes. And the outcome that Eve wanted to achieve is an additional $7 million in revenue, getting her back to $12 million. Make it easy for her to go, yes, this is what I want. Current situation. You're looking for a way to coach your team to get the attention of CHROs, chief people officers, and other HR professionals, skillfully moving them through the process of choosing IA and the interaction method to improve collaboration and effectiveness within their organizations. How much have I talked about Easton University? Newsflash, 0. What's my propensity of getting this sale? I'm going to tell you right now, I got a 99% chance I'm going to close this deal because I sent an email like this. Capabilities needed. The world of organizational sales, consciousness, and collaboration has completely changed. Businesses and HR leaders have access to more information and more choices than ever before when it comes to resources to help them achieve the things that matter most to their organization. By the way, I'm just telling you guys, it took me about 3 minutes on their website to go look at their mission statement. They help organizations achieve the things that matter most to them. Do your homework. Takes about 3 minutes, okay? Good is not good enough in Interaction Associates. You want your team outperforming the competition, including status quo, okay? Because she said this, man, people just don't want to change. In every phase, including prospecting, consulting, determining wants and needs, presenting value, closing the deal, and multiplying it with referrals and testimonials from happy CHROs, chief people officers, and other HR professionals. Okay? You are looking for an edge that will produce an additional, here I go again, saying it again, outcome, an additional $7 million in revenue, providing IA, putting AI above $12 million and on a trajectory to set new records. I believe the Easton University coaching system is just what you're looking for. Watch testimonials here with a hyperlink. Okay, now let's get serious. Little workout. You guys are like, I don't want to write emails like this. Okay, then spend your rest of your life I'm just following up. I'm just checking in. Why are you ghosting me? You told me you could set a pace to break 12 million in program sales if ... Your team had a simple and effective way to get the attention of the chain of command in HR, providing insights and creating new opportunities for IA. Your team had a simple process. Notice these are simple bullet points here. Your team, by the way, these email templates are in your portal. Your team had a simple process to follow up and close skillfully without being pushy or jeopardizing the stellar IA professional reputation. The IA team had a system to unstick the millions of dollars in training engagements currently stuck in your pipeline, with the hundreds of contacts who have not been skillfully followed up with. You had help in growing the team's self-confidence by giving everyone a simple sales process that can easily be communicated and coached as you add more sales professionals to the growing team. I happen to know she's in the process of hiring one right now. Okay? Does that match with, guys, straight out of the portal, in bold, the two $1 million questions? Does that match what you need? Did I miss anything? Look at how, and by the way, how much have I talked about me? 0. You guys have this whole thing backwards. All of your community, let me send you some case studies. Let me tell you about us. Let me tell you how we're more efficient, more skillful. They don't care. What they care about is their needs and the outcomes they want to achieve. So take the time to learn a little bit in the beginning. And then you could say things like this, next steps. Based on everything you told me, your team is a perfect fit for Easton University. The Easton University training portal will give your people the edge you are looking for. Pricing is month to month, and each of your sales consultants will receive their certified master sales consultant credential once they complete the on-demand video training. Your people will also have access to bi-weekly live video coaching calls with me, where they can ask me anything and get the personalized training they need to break 12 million in training sales. That's the first time I've even talked about what I do. No bits, no bytes, no blinking lights. I talk about what I do in terms of what they want to achieve. 12 million in sales. Then I put monthly pricing. Okay, unlimited access up to 5 people. I'll leave off the price here. Okay, does it make sense? Now I'm going to go for the close, just like I did on the phone call. Remember on the phone call, what was the last question I asked Eve? Does it make sense to get your team on board? She said no. I said, what's a good next step? She said, I need to talk with my COO. Notice, wrinkle here, guys, black belt level sales tip. Does it make sense to get your team access to the on-demand portal and weekly live coaching with me? Question mark. Notice what I did not say. Does it make sense to send this to the COO? You told me you have to talk with the COO. COO needs to approve this. When your prospect puts you in a hole, don't continue digging. Pretend like the hole never existed. Because, oh, and by the way, I set a next step when I called her. The next step was, okay, great, I'm going to send you the email, and how about we do this? I'll follow up with you Friday. If Friday's no good, I have a trade show. Got it. When would be a good time? Call me October 4th. So I said, does it make sense to get your team access to the on-demand portal? Per our discussion, I will call you Wednesday, October 4th, if I have not heard from you before then. My mobile is 720-660-3202, signature block. Okay, now, I was able to send her a text message. Here's a screenshot of it. Eve, after I wrote this email and hit send at 11:27 this morning. Eve, I just hit send on the email we discussed. Can you reply with a thumbs up emoji? Can you reply with a thumbs up if you received it? As promised, I will call you Wednesday, October 4th, if I haven't heard from you before then. Matt Easton, founder. Oh my gosh, I hyperlinked the website to my company, www.eastonuniversity.com. Immediately got a reply from Eve, received. Thank you so much for calling me, okay? Very few of you guys are doing this. I get it that you're getting a lot of help out of Easton University. There's a gajillion tips out of there. But if you can just slow down in the beginning and have more skillful conversations. By the way, the key to more skillful conversations is asking those questions that you don't have the courage to ask. What's the next financial milestone that you want to achieve? What's your biggest reason for needing a building? What's your biggest reason for needing a CPA? What's your biggest reason for needing faster invoices collected? You guys are afraid to ask that because you live in a world that's all about just talking about all the things you can do. It doesn't matter. When you say something, it means something. When your prospect says something, it means everything. The only way to get them to talk is to ask. No question should be left to, Well, that's an obvious answer, so I'm not going to ask it. Obvious answer or not, by you asking it gets them to speak it, and when they speak it, it means everything. When you can jot down, and I have the worst handwriting on planet Earth, when you can jot down the notes from that initial conversation, go to their website, do a little research on LinkedIn, about 3 minutes worth, you can start to get a vibe for their culture. You can start to get a vibe for what they need. Okay? Then you can put together a really skillful email that is comprised of 3 main sections: current situation, capabilities needed, and next steps. And in there, you should use their words. You told me you could blank. Love the house you're in right now if bullet points, check marks, whatever you want to call them. You could find something with 4 cars in the garage. You'd like to be close to the beach but in a gated community. And your budget's $9 million to $11 million. Does that match what you need? Did I miss anything? Right? Guys, take the time. Follow the process. I'm going to just tell you right now, will that deal close? I don't know. I'm 99% certain it will. Now we talked, she's got to go to her COO. What does she have now? A very simple, very short, comprised email that has everything she would ever need to sell her COO on the idea of bringing the team on board with Easton University. If you guys can put, no matter what you're selling, if you guys can put emails together like this, it's going to be easy for people to sell it internally. Okay? We have a whole course on monetization. I literally dipped my toe into monetization. I didn't even go big. I just asked one question. What's the next financial milestone you're trying to achieve? But we'd like to get better. When you say you'd like to get better, can you give me a specific example? Well, we're down. When you say down, what do you mean? We're at 5 million. And we were at 12 million before, right? When you can get them to say that kind of stuff, that's where the gold is. Who has questions on this or anything else? If you are worried about your career in sales, you should be. Over the last 3 weeks, I've been brought into 7 of the top employers of sales professionals just like you. And there's a common theme with every single company that we're gonna start seeing right now. Sales reps are either going to get removed, their job is gonna be gone, they're gonna be replaced, they're looking for new people that do it, or they're going to be rewarded. We've entered an age where you simply can't depend on your company to keep giving you handouts and support. You need to take matters into your own hands. My name's Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University. It's the most effective sales training in the world. We're gonna show you how to prospect, how to close, how to negotiate. We're gonna show you how to make twice as much as you're making right now in sales within 60 days. You're gonna have access to an online learning portal, and you're gonna have the ability to do live coaching with me twice a week. You're gonna be around top performers from every single industry, people that are making mid-6 figures and even 7 figures a year in sales. Click the link here to learn how you are about to become a certified master sales consultant. While everybody else is worrying about their jobs being removed, while everybody else is worrying about somebody coming in and replacing them, you are about to be rewarded. If you're excited about your career as a certified master sales consultant, you should be. Click the link now. I'll see you at Easton University.